Okay, so we are back. So I did do some fixing on the highways since the last episode. I have the game paused right now, but there's a really big traffic issue we need to fix. I think the highways, now that it's a 6 lane, that we improved it to with some grass, a whole lot of stuff has been fixed. So let's look at the right lane and let's see what's going on here. So people are trying to get on into the highway. Mainly taxis are coming in from this route where they're stopping here. Um, so let's see where the taxi has to go. Okay, so that's to go there. So I feel like we could do something for these taxis. So the taxis that want to get on onto the area, they'll turn right, and then they'll be able to turn on to this intersection. That's pretty good. We do need to get rid of a lot of stuff though on the new Dale Boulevard, because I mean this will happen a lot where the highway packs up. So let's see if we can fix it. First, I decided to see if we can install a median, or not really a median, but a 4 lane road. This will allow the pedestrians to get into multiple lanes, so one lane can go a whole lot faster, so all these cars don't pack up. Because most of these cars are imports, so you mainly have the biggest traffic issue in city skylines, which is your import issue. And yes, my population did go down. This happens sometimes a lot. This happens all the time. So let's unpause. So our traffic is going smoother. That's a pretty good adjustment. It might take a little bit for some of the vehicles to switch lanes, but I think we could do something here. So let's fix this road. So I decided to start fixing up this intersection here. It is really hard to fix these because, I mean, it's really hard to do that in City Skylines. Like, fixing these intersections is super hard. But I fixed this intersection right here. So that means most of these people who are heading onto the highway are trying to import. So they're trying to get goods to the upper city. So that might be a problem. But I think we might be good. Now let's see. We fixed our traffic issue a lot. This is actually pretty good. It's going really smooth. And now that we fixed the traffic issue, I'll also do something. I'll put a couple things here. Some trucks might have to get back onto the Dale Highway or Dale Boulevard, which is it's now called. Or some vehicles have to go back onto Wilson Street, which is the new improved Wilson Highway that we fixed. Now, let's see what else we could fix. I don't know if this intersection doesn't really need to be fixed. This is just Edward Young Street. It's a pretty busy street that I had made a while back. It also connects these areas. But we fixed a lot. Now, this exit ramp we can keep as a 1 lane, because this doesn't really matter. Most people who are heading on this exit ramp don't really need to have multiple lanes, because most of the people who have to get the imports through have to go up. And especially taxis have to go through this area, because I mean, it's the north of the city. So the north of the city I had mainly did mostly commercial. So it's mainly commercial and all that stuff up here. So that's why. That's why that's happening. It's also because most of these are imports, so bro, is my fire okay, the fire department is here as soon as it happened. Did they just TP there? Am I tweaking, or did they just TP there? I think they just TP'd there. I think. Now let's see about Holmes Boulevard. This might be able to be fixed. We can fix this. But how can we fix this? First, let's readjust the Birdsong Street. Because most people on Birdsong are mainly using it to get towards the industry, it's mainly trucks on Birdsong. So, let's readjust it. First, we'll get rid of this road, and let's readjust this whole road here. So now that this whole road will readjust, I'm not going to make it into a 1-lane, 6-lane. So, I'm actually going to do something different. Instead, I'll do bicycle lanes here. Because this road is such a big destination, we're going to need a pretty big asset for this. So let's first re-improve it. We'll also rename it back to its original name, so it has plenty. There. We'll also have to get rid of this taxi stand, so we will replace it along with the solar power plant. Let's also redo the houses here because a couple grid layouts got messed up while we're doing this. So let's redo these. Now, this will be a whole lot better. Instead of a one lane median, we now have a much better intersection. Now, let's rename it. Now, Birdsong Boulevard. Let's redo this. Now, we have much smoother traffic flow. I thought I couldn't fix this intersection at first, but it was fixable. It is indeed fixable. Now, vehicles can go through much smoother, and we're getting rid of most of this traffic. It's becoming less and less of an issue with the traffic. Even though most vehicles from the industry have to take this road in general, let's also do a new road. I also decided to do a new road. Let's do a 4-lane road. This road will connect to Birdsong. This will allow people to get onto this road as a shortcut. If they want to turn left, they can turn left, which is mainly going to be police vehicles turning left. So then they can turn right. But mainly, most vehicles can just go straight. The main vehicles on this road are mainly Harris's. These will pick up the dead people from the apartments and stuff like that. Mostly Harris's have to go back through our residential area. But now that we fixed this intersection, that's perfect, because now people have a much smoother route out to either get back into Dale Boulevard or simply just keep going in general. Now, semi-trucks can go much easier. But now, we have another issue. I don't know why the traffic AI is like this in City Skylines. It's stupid and they need to fix it. Because apparently when one person just simply decides to do this, like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And then everyone has to stop. I don't like that, but it's in general just what the game does. But then, let's replace this intersection. We actually can make this better for traffic flow if we make this into a 6-lane street. Now, people got more lanes to use, so then they don't have to clog up. This allows for an extra lane to be used, which allows for smoother traffic flow. And I don't know what the semi-truck is doing. Look, what are you doing? Now, people can turn onto Sterling Street or continue on the highway. That issue's fixed, but what about some other issues? We can fix a couple more issues on the highway. So let's replace this. Let's replace this. First, let's replace it. Instead, this part of the highway will go under use. We'll also do something to this road. This exit ramp. Is this an exit ramp? Hold up, let me look. I don't know if this is. I think this is an exit ramp. Yeah, I think it's an exit ramp. Or yep, it's one of the exit ramps. So, this exit ramp right here can sometimes get packed, but I think there's no real cyclists on this area, so we can get rid of the traffic light. Now, let's unpause the game and let's see what happens. We got a whole lot better on traffic flow, but let's also remove these two traffic lights. We'll also add a stop sign to Edward Young Street, and they have to stop before heading through, except for ambulances and police cars. This is so it doesn't get that bad of an issue. And I don't know why he just ran into an intersection like that. Like, what is this traffic AI? What is this traffic AI? This traffic AI is horrible. Like, who designed the traffic AI? Who did this? This is just completely bad. There's no point in having traffic AI like this if it's just gonna run into somebody. Like, if there's car accidents in City Skylines, then, bro, this city would be having so many car accidents. Because, like, I don't know what these citizens do. Like, I don't know what is on their mind right now. We fixed the majority of the highway issue. Now, most of the goods can get into the north. Let's also fix this police issue. I usually put police departments around in areas that need them. If there's an area that has a high crime rate, we'll put a police department. And how is there a dead person in the police department? Oh, that makes sense. These are the prisons, which are called Prison Row, because there's up to several prisons on this whole street alone. So this allows for a lot of people to be in prison. We did fix a lot of the Blackwell and Defaeli. Most of these areas got fixed, but the Adams Highway, I really don't. Nobody uses this, so I'm gonna demolish this toll booth. Because not a single person has used this. And now let's replace it into a 6-lane intersection. Now let's remove this traffic light. And boom, we have a smooth intersection that allows for people to get through smoothly. Oh, we got a power issue here. Let's fix this issue. Now our power issue is fixed. Now let's see what's going on here. Let's remove this traffic light. We don't need it, and there's no point in having a traffic light here if it's going to cause disruptions onto the highway. Let's also remove this stop sign. Because the traffic has to pull up here, this might allow it to go better. But now, let's also replace this area. also replace this area with something new. I replaced it with Wilson Street. Wilson Street, which is pretty decent. Decent if you ask me. Now, most of our traffic issues have been fixed. We'll remove these traffic lights, and boom, we have an efficient highway. That's perfect. Let's also get rid of that stop sign. This is actually doing pretty good. Pretty good. We fixed most of our traffic. So let's also remove that stop sign. Because most of our traffic has gotten fixed, if this intersection has a lot of people heading through, the traffic light does this. Basically, it makes this intersection at Edward Young Street, or really Hunter Avenue, have a massive amount of people flooding the intersection. But we will need this traffic light. We'll have to keep it because of the cyclists. There's a cyclist in this area, which if you have them near traffic, that's really bad because they absolutely just run through traffic instead of stopping for your traffic. So it's really bad. Now, it's time to fix this area. This area could get fixed. We can fix this. This is going to be pretty easy to fix. First, let's get rid of this traffic light. These two traffic lights don't need to be here, which will allow our traffic to flow better. Because most of the people here have to use this street and just keep driving through, we'll also have to do something. Let's also readjust this part of the Wilson to become a 6-lane one-way. We might also be able to do something. I'll also see if I can do something with this. I don't think I can though. I don't know if there is anything I can do with this here. Here. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Now, let's get rid of this traffic light. A lot of people use Valley Boulevard on a pretty big occurrence. So, let's get rid of that intersection, which will allow for smoother traffic flow. Because most people have to enter the city through Valley Boulevard, or simply have to just keep going out of the city, boom, we fixed the issue. That's pretty good. Pretty good of an issue we fixed. We'll also not make this too narrow, so I'm going to get rid of this specific area, and let's redo it. Now, it's completely different, and it's a 6-lane road, which will allow people to get through a whole lot easier. Now, let's get rid of this traffic light. This is pretty good. We did a lot. And I don't know why my population city Skylines loves to do this. Like, it just loves to decrease. I fixed the issue. Like, what's going on with you guys? Like, are y'all moving out? But, noise pollution. This airport has caused a lot of noise pollution because of the massive takeoff issue. This is pretty bad because we mainly have residents living in this area. So, this is a complete airport and people are taking off. So, let's see what we can do about this airport. First, let's remove the airport. The airport does offer a lot of flow, but this will help our pedestrians a lot more because of the noise pollution issue that airport's been causing us. Now, let's also fix a couple more issues, and let's get this intersection. Boom! Davis Avenue now connects to this intersection. Also, in city skylines, never put your airports on main roads. If you do this, this is mainly going to cause a lot of congestion on your road. So, let's move the airport to an area somewhere up in the north. If we want our airport to be able to have efficient area that we can cover, let's first do this airport. First, let's do a 6-lane road. This will allow our airport to have a pretty good starting point. This intersection will allow people to head through into the airport. Now, let's see here. Let's see if we can do the airport. It looks like that's too little of space. So, we actually could do this airport elsewhere. Let's go over here. Over here, probably. It's a pretty flat area, and it hasn't really been used. We can also put multiple airports here. Because commercial areas can't really get noise pollution, we actually can have multiple areas here for multiple airports. So, let's redo it, and let's see. I guess it's too steep. Up here. Okay, hold up. Okay, let's get back to sorry about that. So, let's see. First, let's get our plane here. I think this is a little too steep. So, let's see about the slope. First, I'm going to make it daytime so that we could see this a whole lot better. I guess it is too steep. Now, let's redo this. Let's do softened terrain. We'll soften the terrain, and let's do something. First, we soften the terrain to allow for our airport to be placed.
Keep your thing, and I'm trying to do. Oh, not this. Open it. Okay. Trying to go.
Okay. What do you need me to look
Go
up?
to the text message. I'm trying to type.
Alright.
Say who knew us back then.
What?
Yeah,
Say
let me see.
okay. So, let's redo some of this. Sorry about that. So first, let's flatten out some of the terrain. Now, some of this terrain we can flatten out pretty easily. If we want to make a way for if we want to make way for an airport, let's first flatten out this whole area. Now, this area will become mainly a hillish area. That's perfect, because now we can begin to build our airport. I think this is flat enough. Let's try it. It's still too steep. Well, I think we can actually do something. How is that too steep? Perfect. Now let's test it with the international airports. I think it's way too big, because mainly the international airports are huge. So let's see if we can find an area to place this at. I think we actually can. Oh, what does it mean, slope too steep? What slope? Bro, city skylines. What are you... I could just place this in the middle of nowhere. This game is capping with me, right? Guys, you see this, right? Do you guys see this? What do you mean? How was I able to place it in the middle of nowhere? Okay, I guess let's have the airport here, because it's not really near a main road. Now, we also might want to redo some things. First, we'll put some public transport hubs. First, let's do a metro. This metro will allow our citizens to head into the area without any real complications. Let's put the metro station here. And let's also reconnect some of this. Let's redo that part of the metro and redo some other parts. Now, our metro line is pretty big, but we will improve it in the next episode. Now, the noise pollution should stop. Let's also add a second airport just for more capacity. But we'll have two airports around our city. One on all the way in the east part of the city and one in the west. Now we can place our airport. Let's do it. Boom. Here's our new airport. This is perfect. I think we can do a couple things around here. This is small, but it still might be pretty efficient. Now let's connect the water pipe to here so we can get some water. Now let's also put a solar power plant and also connect the water to here. Since this is quite literally in the middle of nowhere, just in case, we'll also connect a power wire. Just so. Let's also put another solar power plant for this new area. But there probably is already a solar power plant, which I was correct. There was. Let's now make a new power line. This power line will connect to the airports and will be able to give more for people. Now, our metro line is going to be pretty good. Let's now make a station. I think we can do something here. Either we should make a bus station or a bus depot. I'm gonna go with a bus station. Because this is a public transport area, this will need to have a pretty big area. Let's add some stops here. Add some stops. I don't think we can add a stop inside. Oh, we can. Oh, we can. Okay. Let's make some bus routes. Because most international airports in real life have a whole lot of bus routes that allows for buses to head through, let's make a loop. Make a loop for buses. Now, we've completed this bus line. Let's also delete this line for a second. We'll put this here, just so the bus station can go through. Now, let's add the stops. We'll also put a taxi depot here so that this international airport can get plenty of connection for public transport. In the next episode, we'll be maxing out our bus line. So, let's do this. Now, we've completed our bus line. We could also do a train, but should we do a train? I guess let's do a train. It's gonna be pretty good. Pretty good. And trains are really efficient. Now let's do that at 135 degrees. Now let's do it like that. And then we'll redo it. We'll put it right here. Boom. Oh, I think that's a metro. Yeah, that's a metro. Dang it. Uh, now, let's do it. I don't think we can lower this any further, so... And it decided to do it like that. I do not like that. Why did it have to do that? Now, let's redo it. And what does it mean? Slope too steep. I do not... Like, why does City Skylines love to do this? What do you mean, slope too steep? Like, what is the game talking about? Let's do a couple rails here. And it says too steep. Of course it does. It's just like that. Just like... I can't even... How is that steep? That's not even a hill. That's not a hill. Nobody uses those paths anyway, so we can get rid of those. Dude, where's the train line? Now, let's connect that train line. Dang, that was too much. We didn't need to do that much. We just need exact perfect angle. What do you mean space already occupied? How was that occupied? Boom. Now let's unpause the game. And let's see what happens. I think we did pretty good. Now, let's add a taxi depot. This taxi depot might be a little bit more useful around the area, because this will allow for our citizens to use taxi to get around. So let's have plenty of taxi stands, similar to the bus line. Now, we got plenty of taxi lines. These do need water and electricity, so... We will also need to put some to the right, because this is nearby an airport. There's going to be a lot of cyclists. Now, let's get all these areas done. And I'm guessing we do not need this power line. We do not. We will be ending the video soon, so stay tuned for the next episode where we will be maxing out our bus line. Perfect. Jets are going to be taking off really easily. Let's see how many passengers are in. 3 people. Dang. That was help. Now they're taking off. Boom. Let's head over here and let's see what this area needs. I'm guessing it needs a police department, so let's put one there. What? Was there just a blackout? This never has happened in my city before. Where there's just a random blackout. Let's do a couple more needs for the city. Boom. Now we have a brand new international airport. Let's also check to see how long our lifespan is. Oh, it's still 32 years. I meant 82. Two. Now our bus line is doing pretty well. Pretty well. Let's also have a couple other things. Let's now redo this one more thing before we end the video for today. Right before we end the video, let's first do a small time metro line, and I'm guessing there's all the metros. Like, what is this? Like, what is going on with all the metro lines? Now we have train and a whole lot of other better routes that we've done. Now, these trains should be able to serve people. Oh, no, that's the wrong train. Wrong train. We're at the wrong road. We need to go across the city. We need to go to the international airport. Yeah, the international airport's east. Okay. Let's delete that line. And now, let's have a whole dedicated area for this. First, let's have some roads for shopping. This area isn't going to be exactly for the airport, but let's have an area for shopping. This is just so people can shop and get some decent stuff while shopping. We'll do a mix of high density commercial and low density. Then we'll be ending today's video. So now, let's have this layout for our grid. Let's have our grid here. And let's also see what we're going to do. This will be our small-time shopping district. These taxi stands will have the buses and taxis managing them. This is so we can have a pretty sophisticated public transport. Then, the bus stations can easily get people ready. And I don't know why the game loves to do this. Like, you're supposed to do that with bus stations. I don't know why. How did a road get since when did a road... What the sigma happened? What happened to Mason Street? Did a bus line get messed up? I think a bus line got messed up. Dang, where's these fires coming from? Oh, dang it, an incineration plant. Incineration plant went on fire. What is happening? How did a cargo hole burn down? Oh, what is going on with these fires? Let me check the fire hazard. Oh, dang. There's a high fire hazard over here. 26%. We lowered that from 30% to 26%. We did that. The heck? Okay.
It's really hard trying to find it.
It's really hard to find this area because it's like really hard to find. Okay, now let's see about a couple things. First, let's put some low density commercial here. This is just so people can go small time shopping. This will be our small times low density commercial district. This will be the area where citizens can go shopping. Now, let's redo a couple more things. The streets are already good enough. So now, let's have a firehouse here, just in case if any buildings go on fire. Let's also have the police here, so then they can patrol the area. Patrol the area. Now, there'll be a whole lot less people dying, or really crime over here. We don't want crime. We don't want that. What is happening? What is happening? Is our fire department just not caring at this point? Like, where are they at? Every time a fire happens, it takes 700 years to get it to the fire. We're going to remove 2 buildings. An entire cargo harbor has to get it destroyed. And now we can't redo it. Because it's completely gone. Where is the airport? Like, I keep getting the airport. Okay, there it is. Now let's do a couple more things. Let's have low density for this area. Let's also put a theme park here, just so there's entertainment. Oh, we can't fit a theme park. Let's put a tennis court, just so. We'll also put a basketball court, and we might also do some chirper balloon rides, because these are everywhere in the city. They're not everywhere. No, like actually, they're not everywhere. Now let's get the water for this. And actually, chirper balloon tours, I haven't seen one of their balloons in a long time, so I'll actually start placing some of these around the city if for entertainment area. Then they have plenty of areas to look at. Chirper balloon doors. They're just looking over titanium. There's the Eiffel Tower and the Oriental Pearl Tower. Just looking. Now, our international airport is pretty good. This is actually pretty good. We've got chirper balloon tours in the area, and that's a lot. Now, we did a couple things. There's people using our planes, and now, let's conclude the video. We did a couple things for our international airport. We did a train system, And we also got Chirper Balloon Tours back. Because I haven't seen their balloons in a while. So I thought you couldn't place multiple of these, but I guess you can. So we'll have multiple of these around our city for entertainment. And also, I don't know where's the fire department? Why are they so far? Why are they so far from every single situation there is? They're always far. It's like they're trying to let the building get burnt down. But okay, let's get back to the ending. So, we did a couple things. We mainly did some stuff on the public transportation and fixed a couple things. Um, we might start fixing more conjunctions or congestion. Um, it's going to be really helpful to fix that congestion because we might start because our public is going to need a whole lot more demand for stuff. So, yeah, now that we have a brand new international airport, let's now we can conclude the video. So if you guys liked the video for today, just thank you. I have the fact that I was able to get part 4 out today is surprising because I'm gonna have to go soon. So wish me luck at my soccer game. But now we have done it. We will also have to fix the cargo issue because I mean there's just this weird fire issue that's been going around our city. So yeah, let's also bring an ending to this. If you guys also want the thing, it's here or up by the way. All right, let's do the outro.